Centaur, your kind of company.
Tonight on CTV3 News, Prime Minister John Briceño receives unwavering support amidst no confidence motion to be tabled at the House. WHO monitoring new COVID-19 variant. EG.5 is declared a variant of interest. And we take you to the Banquita's House of Culture where you learn all about Garifuna drumming. These are some of the stories we have for you tonight in our newscast for Wednesday, August 9th, 2023.
Me encuentro recluida porque fui acusada de inhumación, exhumación de cadáveres, profanación de cadáveres y homicidio de 13 personas.
Ellos decían que era santería, nosotros decíamos que era satanería.
Yo nunca me imaginé que a mí me iban a aventar todo lo de Adolfo.
Quien jefaturaba y quien ordenaba y quien tenía el poder y el peso de decisión pues era Sara.
When we were elected in 2021, we were determined to work hard for the benefit of the people. In just 2.5 years, we have accomplished a lot. Amongst many of our accomplishments, we are proud to say that we have acquired the most vehicles and machinery ever acquired by any council in just a short time. Under the leadership of Mayor Ladrick Shepherd, your Orange Rocktown Council has acquired a grader, a backhoe, a garbage compactor truck, a water truck, 2 brand new utility Kias, and a brand new patrol pickup for the traffic department. With this equipment, we're able to do a lot more. We remain committed to continue working together because only together progress continues.
The Office of the Prime Minister invites you to join us at the 2nd Annual Belize Investment Summit from August 30th to September 1st, 2023 at the Grand Caribe Resort on Umbergers Key. Belize, the land of endless potential, with a vibrant people and economy and a wealth of natural resources, is the region's premier investment hub, offering a range of opportunities across sectors including the blue, green, and orange economies. The Belize Investment Summit 2023 is your chance to explore these opportunities and connect with potential partners, investors, financiers, and stakeholders from across the globe. This 3-day summit will offer networking opportunities, site visits, one-on-one meetings, roundtable discussions, business pitches, an expo, and keynote presentations from government officials and industry leaders. Gain insight into Belize's investment climate and the incentives that make our country the destination for investment. Register now for the Belize Investment Summit 2023 and discover a world of opportunities. Be a believer. Invest in Belize. Thrive in Belize.
Good evening. With your news also simulcast on Face FM 106.7. I am Joanna Rodriguez. At the next sitting of the House of Representatives in Belmopan, a no-confidence motion will be tabled against first-time Prime Minister of Belize, the Honorable John Briceño. It has been filed by the leader of the opposition, Shine Barrow. Barrow, in a previous interview, said that the motion is being tabled due to corruption, cronyism, nepotism, and enrichment. He claims the people in Belize have lost confidence in the PM. But as we know, Barrow's opposition is made up of 5 members in the House of Representatives, one of which is his aunt, Sister B, who has been absent from 28 House meetings in succession. And then we have the Honorable Patrick Faber, who recently began pursuing his PhD and has missed several meetings. So the million-dollar question is whether the motion will have an effect on the ayes at the next House sitting. Today, when Barrow was asked about the document and whether he had received a reply from the clerk, this was his response.
Just that well, I actually wrote again to say that I haven't heard anything, and they said that, oh, well, they had forwarded to the speaker, because it does have to go to the speaker for a review, and so I haven't heard back.
So you don't know if it will be tabled?
I have no reason to think that it won't be tabled, but I have not heard any negative.
And if it's not for this House meeting, when you expect it?
Well, I don't see why it wouldn't be, so I don't want to get ahead of myself.
And while the leader of the opposition prepares to present a no-confidence motion in the House against the Prime Minister, things are not looking good for him. And that is because Honorable John Briceño is already reeling in support from all over the country and even from Cabinet. In a release titled The Declaration of Full Confidence in Prime Minister Briceño, Cabinet ministers state, and we quote, "The People's United Party's Parliamentary Caucus hereby declare our unwavering and complete confidence in our hard-working Prime Minister, Honorable John Briceño, and this PUP government. As leaders of this nation, we wholeheartedly believe in the agenda laid out in Plan Belize, confident in this PUP government leading our nation towards a better future." The Cabinet's release reiterates that under PM Briceño, Belize has seen economic growth, social welfare, environmental sustainability, and technological innovation, and plans to leave no one behind. It reminds the public that under the befallen UDP administration, the country's dollar was at the brink of devaluation, while at the same time, unemployment was near 30%, which translates to at least 30,000 persons who were without a job. It then contrasts unemployment rate to present time, which is at an all-time low of 2.8% and has created some 50,000 jobs in less than 3 years of office. The promised minimum wage was also entered into law, it says. Cabinet's declaration of full confidence in Prime Minister Briceño ends by saying, quote, "In recognition of the progress made as well as rescue and recovery of our nation in 2.5 years, we express our unwavering confidence in our Prime Minister and his leadership, pledging our unwavering support for the initiatives laid out in Plan Belize for a better future for our nation," unquote. As we told you earlier, the leader of the opposition has made it quite clear he is anticipating the next House sitting so that his no-confidence motion can be tabled against the Prime Minister, Honorable John Briceño. And while that may be his intention, it is susceptible to be a failure backup from his blue camp in Northern Belize. This afternoon, the People's United Party Northern Caucus sent off a press release via their Facebook page affirming, quote, its unwavering support and declaration of full confidence in the Prime Minister, Honorable John Briceño. The release goes on to say that the PUP recognizes, quote, the exceptional leadership, dedication, and vision demonstrated by our esteemed Prime Minister. The Northern Caucus in their communique stated that under the guidance of the PM, the country of Belize has seen progress in the economy, infrastructure, healthcare through NHI that has enrolled some 270,000 persons, education, and social welfare. According to the document, Belize has seen the lowest unemployment rate under the leadership of John Briceño and recognizes the international relationships his administration has been able to employ with other countries in less than 3 years of being in office. The PUP's Northern Caucus says that because of the PM's strong leadership, integrity, and unwavering commitment to public service, the Belizean citizenry have trust and confidence in Briceño. The release ends by saying, quote, we will continue to champion the aspirations and dreams of our people, leaving no one behind, unquote. The Prime Minister also has the full support of the Eastern Caucasus, the Marshals Community Service Corps, and the United Women's Group. Today, the World Health Organization declared that it is monitoring a new COVID-19, which is termed as a, quote, variant of interest. The international organization says it will continue to assess the risk of COVID-19 to global health as high. Presently, WHO is tracking a number of variants, including EG.5, which has been given the alias of Eris. Notably, WHO says Eris is considered a low threat globally at the moment, but it also certainly warned it can cause a rise in case incidence, which could turn dominant in some countries or even globally. This new COVID-19 variant is presently prevalent in China, the USA, South Korea, and Japan. In a televised video, the Director General of the World Health Organization sent out a message.
The virus continues to circulate in all countries, continues to kill, and it continues to change. WHO is currently tracking several variants, including EG.5. The risk remains of a more dangerous variant emerging that could cause a sudden increase in cases and deaths.
While 5 cases of the new variant have been documented in Canada, Belize has not reported any, but the public is encouraged to remain updated and to keep washing hands properly to remain safe. Last week, we told you that the Ministry of Agriculture, Food Security, and Enterprise formed a new team. It is being branded with the name Vegetable Interdiction Team because its main role is to enforce laws that govern how vegetables are brought into the country. According to reports, contraband has skyrocketed and is hurting the pockets of local farmers. As of last week, the team was able to confiscate $16,190 with 40 cents of contraband goods. But while the government of the day engaged a team to work directly with counter-attacking contraband activity, the leader of the opposition is attacking the legally formed team that ultimately secures local economic growth for all farmers in Belize.
Look at this government that, remember we had the contraband issue when our government had stopped people from being able to traffic the contraband. And this government said, no man, left them alone. No, they have vegetable police.
VIP.
Yes, confiscating. But
VIP.
that's what I'm saying, the
VIP.
hypocrisy of this government. You make up your mind, right? I thought, left the contrabandists, left them make they find their way because, they have to eat. No, they're to protect the special interests that are monopolizing the permits for the vegetables. No, they have vegetable police. And we need police for these obscene food prices. When is that going to go into implementation? So a waste of the government resources.
Coming up next, Garifuna culture takes center stage at the Banquitas House of Culture. Stay tuned.
¿Qué tal mi gente de Somos amigos de Red Latina y los invitamos este próximo 2 de septiembre
al 19º aniversario
de nuestra radio Fiesta FM 106.7 en el escenario de Hypersol. Somos amigos Red Latina. Red Latina, mami. Yo quiero que esta ya empezó, el ritmo junto a bailar.
Calling all business owners in Belize. The second Belize Investment Summit 2023 is on its way. On August 30th to September 1st, 2023, join us at the Grand Caribe Belize in San Pedro for 3 days of networking, presentations, and high-level discussions with key local and international decision makers. Do you have a business plan or are trying to expand your business reach and you just need the right investor to make it happen? Then you need to attend the Belize Investment Summit 2023. Don't miss out on this chance to take your business to the next level. Register for the Belize Investment Summit today at www.investmentsummit.bz.
Do you want quick cash for your gold? Then take advantage of Monica's Pawn Shop's big loans on gold and our guaranteed low rate of only 10% on all pawn jewelry. But it doesn't stop there. We also pawn TVs, buy scrap gold, and pawn vehicles that you can still drive. Visit Monica's Pawn Shop today in our Belize City location at number 128 Cemetery Road, our Belmopan location at number 5 Garden Plaza, our Orange Walk location, number 2 Belize Carazal Road. Give us a call at 207-0970 and get more money for your gold jewelry.
Sign up for Smart Share Plan and save big. Whether you're a small entrepreneur starting up your business, a student on a limited budget, or a family trying to save, this is the plan for you. With unlimited SMS, calls, and data, we help you save. Get up to 5 lines for as low as $30 per line monthly, only with Smart. Sign up today at any Smart showroom or sales manager countrywide. So get your business going, share more memories with friends, and be ready for the day with Smart.
I wanted to show them something that wasn't an illusion. Something that was real. Something that they could see and touch.
Humans and dinosaurs can't coexist. We created an ecological disaster.
Ellie Sattler.
Alan Grant.
You didn't come out all this way just to catch up now, did you?
You coming or what?
That's another plane, right?
Not exactly.
Don't move.
Following a recent trip, the Prime Minister was met by the media at the PGIA. Their reporters pressed hard for an answer from the PM in relation to the Senate inquiry for Portico. When asked whether he will appear before the committee if the committee so decides, his answer was that there is no reason for him to do so. In fact, he suggested that if the committee needed information, then the cabinet secretary would be available. But politics is politics, and in an interview with the media yesterday, the UDP chairman said he is not surprised of the Prime Minister's response.
Consider that is a kaput, that is a complete kaput. But then this is John Bresena we're talking about. I wrote him a simple letter under the Freedom of Information Act, simple enough that I thought that even he could understand that. Asking him to tell me, as a senator and a tax-paying member of the community and the country, to tell me how much was paid to Ben Juratowicz and to Douglas Mendes for their opinions. And still to this day, the time prescribed by the law has passed, and he has still not answered me. So he believes he doesn't have to follow the law. He believes genuinely that the rules and regulations do not apply to him. And I would say that what he's saying is rubbish, foolishness. If the committee requires your attendance, you have to attend, or else anybody who does not want to attend, who is required to attend, can take that position. And then what, you will have no hearing? The terms of reference for the committee are very simple. Essentially, what led to the signing of the document and what led to it being taken to cabinet for approval. The Prime Minister was the one who sponsored that cabinet paper, so I can't see how he would not see it necessary for him to attend if he's called. Plus, remember, when he had the whole central bank fiasco, he made it very clear. I am the Minister of Finance. Chris Cowie is just the Minister of State. If there's anything, any situation that comes up, I'm responsible, not Chris Cowie. So how can he not attend if required to attend when the terms of reference of the committee, which his senators voted for, clearly stated that the committee wanted to get to the bottom of how this reached cabinet, what policies, decisions, negotiations took place before it even reached cabinet, and what led to it going before the cabinet as a cabinet paper. I mean, it is hard-pressed to see how he doesn't see himself as required to attend.
Dissolved Portico definitive agreement, a new one is being tailored and expected to be brought before the rightful lawful bodies for processing in Friday's House sitting. The government promised to enact law that will make the playing field equal for interested parties. However, the UDP chairman says if the former agreement was deemed bad for Belize, he is yet to comprehend why a new one is being requested.
If you call the agreement rubbish, trash, a sham from the beginning, then why would you still want to do business with Portugal? Why would you still want to do business with a company that is a part of an agreement that you said was a sham from the very beginning? And what type of legislation are you going to pass? Are you going to grandfather the people who are already in sync going forward? Are you going to make it retroactive? Are you going to pass laws to put an unfair advantage to those who are just coming in? I just think that it is a monstrous mess. I think there are already enough laws in place to govern the management of the cruise industry in Belize. I don't see why you need to bring laws at this point to do that. So I don't see what's so necessary about it. But I think what they're trying to do is to pass legislation to benefit one particular company. And I think that that is unacceptable.
People's Constitution Commission met on August 4th and reviewed key initiatives it will engage in. The PCC has also promised to unveil upcoming events soon which will enhance the constitution building process. First, the PPC met and spoke about their communication budget, which is essential in educating the Belizean population about what it takes to know the Constitution and what it should be shaping to be when the entire consultation process is completed. The PCC's communication plan will engage in innovative communication strategies that promote transparency and inclusivity. According to the report, the PCC Secretariat recognized that the workload is increasing as the Constitution reform process continues and will be needing more staff. Additionally, in pursuit of thoroughness and expertise, the technical committee's progress was reviewed, emphasizing the significance of their insights in crafting a robust and comprehensive constitution. The technical committee members' commitment to meticulous research and analysis was commended, and as mentioned, a forthcoming release of a comprehensive calendar of events will be shared with the public in the near future. The calendar will feature public lectures and educational activities planned across the zones with the objective of fostering public awareness, engagement, and understanding of the Constitution reform process, reaffirming the PCC's dedication to inclusivity and public participation. Summer holidays are slowly winding down as students are gearing up to tackle the 2023-2024 school year in a few weeks. Before the summer is over, however, the Banquita's House of Culture is currently hosting the last of its extended summer programs, and this week it's all about the Garifuna culture. For this entire week, the participants are learning all about Garifuna songs and dances facilitated by the Gurunago Cultural Group, visiting all the way from Dangraga in southern Belize. The program is a collaboration between the Banquitas House of Culture and the National Garifuna Council Orange Walk Branch.
We don't have much Garifuna representation here in Orange Walk, so when it comes to summer and when the kids are out, we have the opportunity to bring them in and get them learning. We already did a drum making session here with in collaboration with Nature and Banquitas House of Culture. Now we are having the singing and dancing component of that. And I think it is important that the children learn these things because it is very beneficial when it comes to school, and especially how the November 19th celebrations are coming up. Many schools ask for representation, and it is good that they will have some students with them who are knowledgeable on the Garifuna dances and traditions and so forth. The youths and the children are the ones who will further carry on the culture, and being here just surprises me because they catch up so quick. They're having so much fun. In the beginning, they were like kind of shy, but after when they heard the drums, they don't even want to sit down now.
Day 2 of the program today focus on learning songs of the Yurumin or Bugawan.
We're here doing somewhat like a cultural exchange, teaching songs and dance to the children here in Orange Walk.
Talk to us a little about some of the things that you guys are showing, your specific dances or specific drum songs.
Okay, well, today we're focusing on Yurumin songs, Hugu Hugu, and that incorporates mostly the foot movement and hand movements. So today they have covered one song, Bugawa, and then the children love the song, so we're moving forward, and I like the energy that they're bringing as well. We feel very good having to doing something like this, bringing a little bit of our culture all the way up north and showing what we have.
Part of the mandate of the Garifuna Council, according to Second Vice President Faith Young, is to ensure that the traditions are passed on from one generation to the next, and thus this year's summer program is most fitting.
So we were formed in 2017, and from since then we've been a representation of the Garifuna community here in Orange Walk. But NGC is countrywide. We have branches in Belize City, Dangraga, and what we do is act as a voice for all the Garifuna people. You know, we deal with things like land rights, indigenous community stuff. That is what we do as NGC. And here in Orange Walk, it is important. We've been working so hard because, as I said, the representation here is low. So we need to do a lot so that our culture is, people can learn about us. Yeah.
The Garifuna Song Summer Camp comes to an end on Friday, August 11th. Ben Juratowicz is the international lawyer that made headlines a few weeks ago when it was made public knowledge that he was tasked and paid by GOB to bring about a legal opinion on the Portico definitive agreement. As you will remember, Juratowicz found that the agreement was unlawful and unenforceable. But GOB overlooked that opinion and got a second one. While it did not favor Waterloo or other cruise ship business, it caused an uproar in certain corners of the public, private, and political arenas. So the question tonight is, how is it that GOB has hired King's Counsel Ben Juratowicz as the lead attorney in Belize's case against Guatemala, a case still before the International Court of Justice? Additionally, the question has risen as to why GOB is again using the services of Juratowicz in a manner involving NEAC and the Department of the Environment that is described as relatively mundane. Michael Perify gave his perspective into this matter.
Particular attorney Ben Juratowicz always understands his assignment. And when the Prime Minister said that Ben Juratowicz did not understand what was asked for him, the Prime Minister was talking shit. He was talking nonsense, foolishness, and he knew he was. If you're the government and these proceedings are important to you, you would want to get someone who understands their assignment. And when we were in government, we hired Ben Juratowicz to go against Eamon Courtney. And so it's not strange, it's not weird that he's being hired for something other than the ICJ matter. But what is still shocking, what is still unfortunate, is that the Prime Minister, when he got an opinion he didn't want, or when he got an opinion that he didn't want the public to know, decided to attack this eminent jurist, and by hiring him subsequently to that, to do this particular case, shows that he has every confidence in him, and that what he said about him not understanding his assignment with Portugal clearly shows that the Prime Minister cannot be trusted.
But could Juratovich's handling of another case mean he will be unable to focus on the Belize-Guatemala territorial dispute matter?
I think they can take on other cases. And if you look at where we are in the Belize-Guatemala situation, all that's really left, except if maybe Honduras responds to our memorial, there's oral arguments is primarily what's remaining. So there's not a lot of preparation left in terms of developing of arguments before we go to the ICJ, which I anticipate now, given the way the court is structured, given new elections to the court, that it will be probably around 2025 that oral arguments will begin. So I don't see any issue with him handling private cases locally for Belize, because I mean, at any given time, lawyers handle hundreds of cases, 50. It's not strange, it's not unique for them to handle more than one at the same time. So I don't see an issue with it. And from what I know of him, if he could not handle the load, he would have said so.
Though the UDP chairman says the potential oral hearings can be in 2025, that is his personal opinion, since the ICJ decides if oral hearings will proceed between now and 2025 or thereafter. And that's the news. We invite you to join us for another newscast on Thursday, August 10th here on CTV3 and Fiesta FM 106.7. Remember that to read a text version of the news, you can visit our website at ctv3belizenews.com. You can also log on to our Facebook page for current stories at facebook.com/ctv3belizenews or our YouTube channel at CTV3 News BZ. Remember to wash your hands and remain safe from all of us here at CTV3 News. Thank you for watching and listening. Good night.